And
I hit the
there's
start
DNR.
streaming.
They may think it's worth.
Yeah, I'll get my
right.
hit points back. And
Moving over to the owlbear. Live from my basement, it's Thursday night. Woo! Hey, welcome to Dave's Imaginations. Dave's Imaginations presents Shadows and Chains, Chains and Shadows. Shadows and Chains, a Varinka anthology. Welcome to my basement Thursday night, our normal Thursday night game at the helm, as he has been for the last few weeks. We have Noel. Say hello, Noel. Hello. And so, recap.
Oh gosh.
So, when last we met, our parties had been separated. We had, who do we have? We had Parducci, Soraya, and PR had all been driving the wagon train, and they stopped and they traded horses with some people. They went on and then they got ambushed. We dealt with all that. Finally, we make it to catching up to the other group, you guys.
Vernon and Viltor.
Sam again?
V&V, Vernon and
Viltor, who are shape-changing abilities, and they were able to fly ahead and set up their own ambush because our mission, our goal in life is to catch up with and save Varinka from her captors. I'm not sure how. They have to be pretty powerful to subdue Varinka. So
we had made a big hole in the road.
Holes, plural.
Yes. And these guys had the audacity to try to fix it.
And that's not okay.
Christian wasn't having it. That was like...
Viltor's like, nope.
Big old battles. I don't know if we have to go into the details of all of it, but big old battle. But the important thing was when they checked the back of the wagon, they saw the big bad evil guy that we kind of been seeing a couple times, but still saw no Varinka. There was wizards involved though, so could be invisible. And
after the battle, and after giant lizard meat ate a couple of them, we went, wait a minute. There's a couple of them missing.
Including the big bad evil guy. Apparently they bamfed away. Damn those wizards. We should only have that ability. Everyone else should be normal people.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they bamfed away. They got away. And so...
We're still short. I only ate 2. How many did you eat?
I know I crushed a couple.
Yeah.
So, the team has finally caught up.
The band is back together.
The band is back. The party is no longer split.
Yay.
Give us 5 minutes. We'll split it again. You just wait. We might split it like 5 different ways. Yeah. However, one of our party is off tonight. Wes is not in the house. We will be playing Soraya for him because we will need her firepower, we think.
Oh, and her bardic abilities.
Her
spirit of persuasion.
Absolutely. So I've got her character sheet up on my screen. Ken, I don't know if you have the ability to pull hers up. But,
I got it up.
And so,
who plans to play the part of?
Ken, would you like to do that?
Sure.
Fantastic. I also have.
You accept that my improv is not as good as Wes's.
That is a low
can-
bar to
We can
set.
we can all contribute suggestions if needed.
That's
There we
okay.
go.
Yeah. But
First of
we
all,
were
yeah.
talking about that. It's just she's a wild card. Just sprinkle in some chaos and run with it.
Okay.
Pinch, not a spoonful.
So the band is back together. And we believe, well, we're heading toward Dagger Falls, and we've all got a long rest.
Yep.
We all got a long rest. So hit points are up, hit
Spells
dice
are
are
back.
spells are back,
Wild
powers
shapes
are
are
full,
back.
Wild shapes are back.
wild shots are
You had a
back.
conversation with a party heading in opposite direction, right? And that party informed you that
People are avoiding
people are
it.
avoiding Dagger Falls, that there is a large contingent of people at a checkpoint just up the road, about an hour, hour and a
And the
half.
traffic's just ridiculous.
Yes.
And yeah, it's backed up traffic for hours. And so you know that there's quite a contingent, about 30, 40 soldiers. And
And did
That's about
we decide we're still going to Dagger Falls, or we're going to bypass it,
are
or
you going to try to bypass them?
We gotta find Varinka, and we think she's there. We
think-
need to at least verify that she's not there.
At the checkpoint?
Both.
Both.
You also may remember that you need passports, which you have plenty of.
Yep.
And we have disguises as them if we so choose.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah.
How long do we think it'll take to be in town to search for it enough before we leave?
Not sure the question. What are you trying to get at?
Basically, looking through Soraya's spells, there's some charm ones that'll make people like us until they stop working, and then they'll hate us. So, want to make sure we're going to be long gone before we use those.
Well, you don't know how long. What is your goal in Dagger Falls? To continue to find Varinka? I think the one
Or
soldier.
sorry, not Dagger Falls, the checkpoint. The checkpoint that we're going through.
Oh, okay. How far is the checkpoint from Dagger Falls?
Yeah, how long do we think we'll be close? Like once we get close enough to see it, do we think it's going to be a in and out 5-minute adventure?
So yeah.
See, when you say see the checkpoint?
Right.
See
I
the-
think.
So-
Yeah, the encampment.
All right, now careful. All right, there's Dagger Falls. Let's go back. Let's
Yeah,
jump. Let's jump here. Figure out where my mouse is. Personal problem there. And well, it's not. I know where that is. I didn't know where my little pointer was. Activate this. All right. So if we zoom in, scroll.
We can move the "You Are Here" box.
Yeah. All right. So there's Dagger Falls, right?
Yeah.
And we're saying, well, before I move this,
You're saying one check.
there's I'm picturing there's a cutoff
Yep.
road like
Yep.
this, right?
Yep.
And we sent the wagon and everyone else and said meet us on the other side over here, right? Everyone agreed to that?
Everyone else who?
Yep.
Oh, you're on
My entourage.
Okay.
Yeah. And the horses and the wagon and
Right.
Okay.
and so now they have just left us and we're approaching Dagger Falls, but before you get to Dagger Falls,
There's a
there's a checkpoint,
right.
Right.
right?
Heavily armed.
Heavily armed, basically a toll booth.
And you gotta have
Not
your
as cool as
little,
ours, but
you gotta have your little passport ticket to get through it,
Yes.
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 which we have
We have
absconded
we are
from.
abundant. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Or for a bribe, I'm sure.
But is it right outside Dagger Falls, or it's a mile away from Dagger Falls, or
I think that's where Ken's at. Is how long?
right.
you
So
know.
if that's the Dagger Falls map,
Yeah.
can you activate that? And it'll be able
Do
to
you want the Dagger Falls or the checkpoint?
the Dagger Falls because it's a none. Yeah. So if you look over here, there's a waterfall, right?
Yep.
So there's a road a path. So I'd say the path is somewhere around here, maybe a mile, less than a mile away.
So I envisioned it. This is the major road in, and then like the checkpoint up here somewhere.
Or it's that gray box. No, that's.
So you
So
tell
you're
me.
following the river. So if
yeah.
you go down, you have to follow the river.
All right. So this path.
Yeah. So that's where you're
so
coming from.
can you see what they're pointing at, Ken?
I just figured out that we're not pointing at map that I'm looking at anymore.
Yeah, so activate it. Yeah, I'm getting there. I make you drive, so you're more patient.
No, I'm sorry.
All right, we've activated, and we said the checkpoint's probably and off here. We'll do it on the out screen, out there somewhere, right? So, but the question still stands: is it a mile away from Dagger Falls? Is it 10 miles away from?
Roughly a mile.
Makes sense. All right. So now moving off this map,
Yeah.
going to the encounter map.
Yeah.
Right. Activating. All right. I have us coming in town from this direction. No, there's a whole bunch of people here. It's up to you to figure out what you want to do with them. All right.
Okay, but we're saying that's a mile away from town.
This checkpoint. Once we get through it, we have another mile of journey.
Oh, so this building is part of. Okay.
Right.
So this is the toll booth.
Okay, I got you.
I don't know if we want to zoom out, but it's
It's a nice toll booth that has a bar.
yeah, it's not nothing, right?
Upon approach, you would see that this is a makeshift, somebody's home that's been
Oh, it's been commandeered.
reappropriated,
Okay.
and that this is more like a stream. It's not deep. It's not a raging river. You could probably run through it if you
I'm
had
on the
to.
east bank. I'm on the west bank.
So
None shall pass.
we need to make sure Varinka is not in this building. What to the north of those tents? What's to the north? This field to the north, up here.
That right there is just tents.
Those, so that'd be full tents.
Yeah.
So we need to make sure that she could be in one of those tents. She could be in the building somewhere. We don't see any wagons here. Are there wagons that we should be looking in?
There'd be sporadic small things, not horses mostly, maybe a cart.
So is this
Nothing you'd have to search other than to look at.
So is this all military people, whoever is putting up this checkpoint, or are there travelers who are stopped here too, like a wayside?
Zentrum, right? Zentrum.
So you would look at them and they are not dressed like Zentrum soldiers. Like they're not an army soldiers.
Okay.
They're not in uniform. They're more like a ragtag group. They have
Brute Squad.
they have
Okay.
some sort of like they're like militia. Right?
Okay.
They are militia.
But that's the people who are around, not just travelers who've stopped here.
Right.
It's them. Okay.
It is most definitively some sort of organized militia.
Okay.
But they're not marked as Zentrum.
Right.
That's a little bit of a surprise. Maybe they want to be more covert than out and out Zen. So
Or it's a different group altogether.
there's some jalapeno cheddar cheese dip in the fridge, and I have wavy lays in the cupboard. That's what I was going to say. As I forgot it. As I just
That's all right,
haven't
that's
known. So I know you two can turn into your little animals, and I know Soraya is particularly good at going invisible.
Why would I need to do that? Says Vernon, looking human.
And my head of disguises, I can look equally human.
You know.
But human, being seen as human that's neat and all, but we're still human and we're still visible. Whereas invisible and
You can't poke around as well as a human,
Oh.
and you'll be
Oh.
questioned.
Okay.
squeeze.
And our passports will have to stand some scrutiny.
Do passports have pictures?
Doubt it. No, they
It
was
was just a written document
Written document says this person can,
yeah.
bear can, blah blah. Okay.
by order of whoever.
Coming from wherever for this business, probably.
Yeah.
Heading toward from there to there for this reason.
So we've at least
Studied them.
studied the one we
Yeah.
each have. If we get asked questions, okay.
So, from what
But-
city do you come from? Oh, don't look! Don't look. That's a giveaway. Exactly. And this isn't the heat of pressure. So,
That's what I said. We've memorized whatever it says on our piece of paper.
but for, let's say, a field mouse to go in or a cat to go into the building and scurry around to see what's up,
Yep. totally feasible.
The problem would be PR. Now, Soraya, I believe, can cast a spell at a higher level and make you invisible as well.
Unfortunately not, because apparently the spell is part of her lyre.
What? So even though it's part of the lyre, it still shows up in her invisibility, second level spell.
Yep, but there's no option to upcast it, from what I can tell.
At higher levels, so in the description of the spell it does, you're saying when you go to third level, it's not listed?
But when you cast it, it's not using a spell slot. It's using a charge from the from her item.
Huh.
Yeah.
So another thought that I had was, and I think Wes was wanting to do this, was to let loose some chaos from his deck of illusions. Give a little distraction. And I kind of like that idea. Give them something to think about whilst the rest of us poke around and see what we can find.
That seems reasonable.
You want to do that before or after we present our credentials and get through?
I don't want to present our credentials at all.
Okay.
However,
I bet you a giant scorpion would draw a lot of people out of the building.
well,
How about
Her
a
illu-
raging barbarian riding a giant scorpion attacking the town?
Nice.
her deck of illusions isn't quite that easy. So I investigated a different role-playing game called Savage Worlds. And Savage Worlds uses a deck of cards. And I got pretty excited about it for a while, and then I stopped pursuing it. But I have this old-timey deck of cards. Now, it has one card in here that's instructions, which would be the Joker. Noel, if you did your Control tab and went to D&D Beyond, well, I do it here. Command tab. There, yes. And if you cross the top, one of those says Soraya. And I don't know that I have it up. In here somewhere. Inventory, maybe? Inventory.
See a torch, water scan, see a lyre, other positions.
Magic
possessions.
items. 2 minutes? No. It'd be in inventory for sure. She has a deck.
Yeah, deck of illusion. It's there.
All right, I found it.
All right. So in there, it only works if you randomly select a card. But Ken, I didn't read in here where we only had to select one card.
Just do them all.
Oh, that would be a lot. But you can keep doing them until you get some that you really, really like. For example, a lone kobold isn't going to strike much fear. But an Etten might.
What's an Etten?
A two-headed troll. Two-headed ogre. So, gang, what do you think?
The succubus could be fun.
Shall we cause some chaos?
So we get somewhere close to the checkpoint, cause some chaos, and slip through.
Well, Soraya could be invisible while she does this.
Yeah.
She could be standing in, because the illusions that she creates can only go so far from her. My concern though, PR, is
PR. Concern for PR.
is what do we do with you?
Well, I mean, we're causing a distraction. Who's to say whatever horrible monster we get with this has to go in alone?
Well, you are in disguise, right? We have you up in the Zentrum outfits,
Yep.
and you have your credentials. You could just mix in with the army or whoever guards come out to play, and hopefully,
And, you know, like,
And
could
point
do that.
point. It's over there as he goes this way.
or you could go from tent to tent, shaking people to get them out, and you could be just have that casual glance to see if it's just purely a guard's tent as it appears to be.
You know, if there's
Yeah.
an iron lockbox that might need investigation.
We're under attack. Get
Yeah,
out.
run through the camp saying we're under attack, we're under attack.
Yeah.
I like that idea. While you guys turn into whatever creature you want to do recognizance, and I can be sneaking around as well.
Okay.
So,
Seems like a good plan.
Yeah.
so she's going to handle the tent, the guard.
You know what? Also, that gives Soraya something to do in the middle that doesn't necessarily create a lot of control, depending on how the DM wants to run that. But
So there's the camp. Sounds like we got that covered. There's the building. So
the three of us,
mouse or something.
you guys go in however you feel as you want to go in. I'm going to put up my hood and I'll go invisible and try to sneak around and see what I can find. And we'll see what happens. You guys ready for some chaos?
No.
I was like, please no.
How many of us
Nope.
are there?
There's 5 of us. There's you and Soraya going to be outside, and Soraya's going to be doing these deck of chaos things. You're going to be saying, hey, we're under attack, and trying to go through the tents. The V's and I are going to go in the building and see if we can find anything.
I think it would be worth Soraya giving everyone except herself a bardic inspiration before we head out.
Done. Agreed. Bardic, and what
right.
what is that? A 12?
You'll get a D12. For 10 minutes, you can add it to any ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Nice. Add that
So
there.
that's used all of hers until we take a short rest.
Ready, team?
You get an
Ready.
inspiration for doing the recap,
Oh, thank
There you
you.
go.
and you still get the
Yep.
So-
foot takers.
I'm going to stick as my human form for now. But I could switch to a little animal if it
So,
behooves.
going to... jumping
I
back.
just had that for the details.
Oh, yeah.
I just wanted to say that.
Tap, perfect.
Building is 1 story, 2 story.
1.5. You know,
Is there an upstairs? Is what I'm
a
getting
small attic type.
at. Okay, but not like a second floor
not- no,
room
not
you
a
got to
second
worry
floor.
about. Okay.
So I don't think of us as here quite yet, Noel.
That's not you. You're over there.
We're still over here. Yeah.
I was organizing a patrol.
Yeah. So
I'm envisioning I'll be running from whatever the monster is. So we'll want to be like around a hill or
yes.
something.
So right, I go invisible. You two turn in. You're gonna stay a human,
A little bit.
and when you're gonna stay human,
No, I'll turn into a cat.
you turn in
Cat, human.
and
Cat.
come up. On my, oh no! Then you'd be floating. You don't want to be. You don't want to be floating.
Parkour!
Yeah, so I don't know. I could, yeah, to whatever. Anyway, so then I'm gonna jump back here, and Soraya's gonna draw from her deck of illusions. We ready? All right. Ooh, would you like to cut? This card right here is the 2 of Hearts.
All right. So how does that work?
So in the list,
Oh,
What?
it's a goblin.
all right. So that's why we said you don't have to just do 1, right?
Does that mean a goblin appears, or you look at it and decide if you want
Well,
to do it?
reading the spell.
Let's scroll up.
This box contains a set of cards, full deck of 34 cards, a deck found as treasure. The magic of functions only if the cards are drawn randomly. As illusion of one or more creatures forms over the thrown cards and remains until dispelled. An illusory creature appears real. And so, I mean, we can tell the goblin start running through the tents, right? Running through the camp. He's absolutely an illusion. All right, so Christian, I have 1, 2, or 3.
2.
The second one is the King of Clubs. That looks like a king to me. And so
You get captain and 3 bandits.
What? I want what?
Captain and 3 bandits.
Oh.
nice.
So goblin and captain and 3 bandits.
So Captain and 3 bandits start chasing the goblin. Shall we do another one?
Might as well.
Noel, would you like to pick 1 through
No,
5?
you guys are having fun. I like it.
1 through 6. 1 through 6. 1. 4 spades. Ken?
I'm looking. That's not one of the options.
All right.
I said a
Rerolling.
deck of 34. So
Oh, okay.
Rerolling. 5 is this one. 4 of hearts. Doesn't go that
4
low.
of hearts is also not one of the options.
2 of diamonds.
2 diamonds, a kobold.
Kobold.
Maybe you'll put him with the goblin.
Yeah. And so
Chase the bandit.
A goblin is being chased by a
Captain and
captain and 3 bandits who's being chased by a kobold.
and Sarai was thinking
Benny Hill show.
she was hoping for something big, right? So
There you go. Thank you.
she's gonna keep going. Are we in agreement?
Sure.
Yep.
That's a 6 of diamonds. Not on there.
Not a.
Follow the cat to chase the fly to eat.
5 of hearts. Not on there.
Also not on there.
This is the 10 of clubs.
10 of spades, 10 of hearts.
Hill giant.
There we go. Ding, 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 ding. All right.
chase the kobold. That's a big deal. Hill giant stomping through the town, or through the area will be.
Okay. So, DM.
Tell me,
Got enough stuff to track.
so who has the deck of cards?
Soraya did.
Soraya. So Soraya has to stay within 30 feet of those cards.
Yeah, and so as they go in, she's kind of invisible.
Really,
That's the Benny Hill thing,
Yeah,
right?
right.
He said, "You chase them, you chase them, you chase them."
Nice.
Oh,
That or we need the Scooby-Doo down the hallway door.
Oh yeah, yeah. Behind the tents. They're
Yeah,
going in and out
yeah,
of the tents.
tents.
Ah!
and this is why you're running this. I never knew, you know.
so not to derail our perfect plan, but I think we misread the spell or the deck of cards a little bit.
How's that?
They can only move 30 feet from wherever the card is,
Yeah.
and the card can't move.
Well, the card can't move?
Once the card is touched,
The illusion
it's
is
dispelled.
dispelled when that happens.
Oh.
Okay, she went into the middle of the, or right here by the edge of the building and did it.
Yep.
So which
So
one?
she's gonna have to stealth there, right?
Well, she's invisible.
But she can be invisible.
Soraya.
Yeah.
She has her a spell.
Right.
That's her, right? So she's there. Put her there. There you go. Search for the wrong thing. Let's try.
I think I established last week the gray things are windows.
Right.
I just can't read it. Why does it show me all these other things?
It's ravens.
Did I not type Hill, Hill?
You did.
So I don't know this why
You're at the bottom though. So.
why it showed me all this other stuff. This is what I wanted right
Yeah,
here.
there you go.
That's what I wanted. All right.
So he has to stay within 30 feet of you, but
So laggy.
Cool ball right there. Here. The second one was a captain. Second and third one are captains.
Yeah, but I don't know that matters. It's just an illusion.
Sure.
And it's really for your ease of being able to spot them that they're the same. I hear I want to make. How many was it?
3 bandits
And a captain.
and a captain.
Who? Goblin was the first one, right?
Yep.
so they just sort of appear out of.
So where are you guys going to put yourselves once this all pops off?
So they're at. Well, okay, so that's going to draw a lot of attention to that end of the bridge. You say this is pretty shallow water?
Yep, you could go through it.
So if she throws her card like here, she'll have 30 feet from there, right? And I can't see well enough, but 30 feet is probably from these two posts, approximately.
Yeah.
And where did they actually blockade the road and were checking the IDs and stuff?
Right here at the main entrance here.
Oh, okay. So we could have been across the bridge
Yeah.
when this went down.
He could have. I could have. But if you're a Hume, you may not be. Well, across the bridge, I suppose. You could be just crossing the bridge.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have been stopped by the, pardon me. You wouldn't have been stopped by the guards yet.
Yeah.
You follow that, Noel?
Yeah, and there's patrols, there's guards out there. So once this appears, they'll freak out. But I want you guys to be where you're going to be when that happens. And I want to test you guys if your stealth. I want to test your stealth,
Okay, so
depending on where you want to be.
yeah, so I would want to be across the bridge
Okay.
on the road, and then this happens.
So you're across the bridge, and then all of a sudden these things are going to appear.
Yep.
This is you.
I'm the green one. Yep. Or blue, whatever that is. You're being a cat, so you're just kind of.
Yeah, my
It's on
my
track.
vision is I would want to be like, again, I don't know what'll be allowed, but I would want to be like I could be disguised as a human until we get across or whatever, or I could be a cat beforehand. I don't know, cat sauntering across
Just
the
so
bridge.
small.
So are you trying to be stealthy?
No, well, once the chaos happens,
Or for now, you're just a traveler walking over the bridge?
yeah.
Are you
Why
with PR, who is also in disguise? Are you in disguise?
He looks human.
I'm being Vernon, the human.
Are you wearing the Zentrum clothing that we had stolen from the guards with their badges?
No.
You're not. You're just a normal dude.
Unless my letter says that's who I am. I don't think it does. Does it?
Well, that's who we took them from. We took them from
Oh,
the
so-
Zent mercenaries.
So is it going to specifically say Zentar Lackey Jim Bob has permission to blah, 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 blah.
Yes.
Okay, then yes, that is what I'm wearing.
Yeah. Same with you, Ken?
Yeah, wearing the disguise.
All right, so these two are strolling up, crossing the bridge. Probably as you cross the bridge, the guards have noticed you. They're not running up to you. They're waiting for you to come to them. But as you come off the bridge, then all of a sudden, bam, 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 bam. Right?
Where are you?
I would like to have. I guess I would want to be a cat already,
Yep.
and I would want before she lights off. I'd want to be near the entrance to the building.
Okay. So
then I could do my whole I'm a scaredy cat and run from the giant and hide in the building.
okay.
Makes perfect sense that an animal would flee
Yep.
from all this stuff.
Okay.
And I'm just Joe Cat. I could be stealthy, but I don't know that I feel like I have to be stealthy. I'm just a cat.
And I'm invisible. I have my hood up.
All right. Yeah.
That's you. Okay, that's you, right? That's
All right.
I'm purple.
Okay.
That's
All right. So
And is that Wes's character? What she's
Wes's character's down here. She's invisible.
Oh,
And
okay.
she was throwing the cards out here somewhere
okay.
to give them 30 feet, which is kind of a little bit onto the thing to probably about this second, somewhere in here somewhere. All right, so it's probably that arc is where those can be.
all right. So everybody's where they want to be.
Yeah. Do
Well-
you want to do initiative here, or how do you want to?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea because there's going to be a lot of moving parts.
You are a cat, and you've made your way along the side of the building, right? Because you know this is going to happen pretty quick.
right.
Your door's in here somewhere, no?
Right there.
Yep, right there. You're right next to it.
This is it here?
Yep.
And so you're waiting for someone to come out so you can run inside.
Sure.
All right, there's 4 guards right there.
I'm going to work my way around the back and wait for it to hear the.
Yeah. So
But let's do turn order.
Well, we're setting up before this happens.
before it pops off. Once it pops off, we'll definitely.
Okay. So you're invisible, so you could go wherever you want. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to establish where everybody is when this starts.
And I just lost my character here.
Just retracted back. So.
Yeah, it's because I went off screen. And
Bigger map
so-
than I thought.
Well, once you make the character small, so it's realistic. All right, I'm sitting at this corner kind of waiting. I think that's reasonable.
Yeah.
All right. Now let's roll initiative.
And we're not adding our D12 to this, right? That's
Unless you
attack
want to.
rolls and stuff, right?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
bonus.
I think
If
it's.
you wanted to.
I think you could if you wanted to.
Oh, you can't for initiative rolls,
If you want to.
but you only get to use it once.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right, so you use it. Yeah, use it. I think Christian's thinking about it.
No.
Oh, it's foretelling. You're gonna have great rolls tonight.
Yeah. Well, let's hope that's
Alright.
true.
Yeah, I found these cards. I thought they were pretty cool. Very old timey cardboardy.
So the 9. All right. So, for simplicity's sake, all my soldiers are going to go at the same time, but I'm also going to control the illusion. You guys tell me what to do, but it's got its own cadence. So, what is Parducci's initiative?
6.
6 it is. PR.
17.
Woo! Soraya. Did anybody roll for her? I can do that.
I had a 14 on the die, but I didn't know if you did already, Ken.
I did not. Nope.
So her modifier is plus
Plus five, I
5.
think.
So that's a 19 for Soraya.
Okay. Vernon,
I also got 6.
6 is a popular number. So did the
What's the tiebreaker?
illusions. Vilter.
Natural 20.
Make a decision. Okay. Talk about it.
All right. So we got a 3-way for 6. But right now we're going to start with Viltor. Top.
Great.
So the illusion pops off. They appear, and now
I anxiously wait for someone to open the door.
you're going to wait. You're going to hold your action.
To dart in and when the door opens.
Okay. And next up is Piotr. Oh, wait, no, Soraya. Soraya's next, and then you.
So Soraya is busy controlling the illusions, right? And telling them to wrestle or run around, in general, cause a ruckus.
So what I'm envisioning is that the bandits and the kobold and everybody's trying to fight this hill giant, and
Yep.
there's like this melee action, and there's this screaming and tugging and trying to.
Yep.
Right. So that's Soraya's turn, where she got bonus action.
Yeah, that'll be your turn.
Next up is Piotr.
All right. Well, I'm going to move and dash 80-ish feet this way, yelling, "There's a giant! There's a giant!"
No Hulk smash.
No Hulk
It's a
smash.
monster.
I gotta look. Right, these are the tents I'm supposed to go look through, right?
Yes. We'll just call
Okay.
those tents for the sake of argument. Next up would be the 3 6s. Oh wait, sorry. The guards that you see, they start screaming to for help. They call everybody to come out. You even hear somebody blowing a whistle. Yeah. They don't have horns, too cheap.
Oh, okay.
Tweet! Tweet, tweet. So, yeah, and they will move a little bit closer to try to engage with the hill giant. And then we'll be up to the 6s.
Just for future reference,
Yeah.
if there's a tie, I would never admit it. I would just save the conversation and just say blah, 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 blah. Or I'd say, who wants to go first? Who wants to go first?
And that's what it comes to.
Who is it? Who is it?
Me, you, and
The illusions. So,
Oh,
the illusions are automatically
Yeah.
first or last based on what you want to do.
okay. Vern will go. So just sort of in just the general, maybe yell something. There's a giant or something, and then he's gonna bolt for basically south on that map, down along the building.
that's you, right?
Yep. So give me whatever. Yeah, 30. Is that a door on the side there? Or
No,
not?
there's no doors on the side.
Okay, so
no
yeah,
doors
so,
on the back.
So move and dash 60.
Did not know that.
Well, I wouldn't have known that.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known that, right?
That's
Oh,
60, right?
Okay, yeah. I was assuming there was a door on the other side somewhere, but actually now it doesn't
Well,
look like
we
it, but
wouldn't-
I wouldn't know that. Yeah.
Plenty of windows.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I mean, if you're scared enough, just jump through the window.
Yeah.
Are these open windows?
They're
Okay.
louvered.
Okay.
I think you push them open.
Okay.
They're not
Sounds
fancy.
scarier
They're
if you
not
break
fancy
glass.
by any means. Not double pane stained glass. You know?
But they're not just wide open
Right. They
holes.
they open like that.
Okay.
Like it. All right.
And that comes to you.
All right. Well, I test that first window. Do I think I could, skinny through it?
You believe you can.
Yeah. Yep. So
You may have to push it open.
I jump up the. Well, first of all, I look in.
And you see 10, 15. people.
Everyone's attention is to the windows on the other side.
There's, they've been called to it, and now they're all looking that
Yep.
way.
Mhm.
Sure.
And so I'm going to try to go into the window.
All right. Roll me an acrobatic or athletic. I'm sure you got
Acrobatics,
Ridiculous.
absolutely, right? And so
Can't always
17.
All right, and then stealth with advantage because you're invisible.
Yep.
Basically, don't roll a 1.
17 plus whatever
Yeah,
stealth
you
is.
get in. You get it expertly fine.
It's only a 30.
It's only a 30. So, yeah, you climb in no problem. I'd say that's about 10, 15 of movement.
Yeah, yeah. And then my action was probably going through the window. And so right now I'm just getting a sense of the room. It's exactly what I see on screen. Yes?
So, more or less, it is more homey, like a home, than it is an inn, a tavern. But it has been amended. You know, they've set up a table along the wall so that more like a bar. You see drinks are all set up there, and you see a spot where there's like a place where you can get food.
Do any of the people in there stand out as like more important or richer or powerful? Like someone in mage clothes?
No,
They all seem
they all look ragtag, bunch of people
very common.
with assorted types of armor, and some ranging from leather to chain, and various weapons in different stages of disrepair. Nothing special at all
Yeah.
sticks out to you with your like 95 perception.
There are 5 tables across the bottom of the building, right? And I've used 15 of my feet.
Yeah.
15. I'm sure that comes out right. But so I have, and I can at least jump to the second table.
Sure, and I'd say that's the last table. These last 2 tables are bunks.
Oh, okay.
I'm just trying to make it more like
Sure. But there's a wall on the far end of the. Put me wherever you feel is good, right? And
I'm assuming you're gonna
so
stay
on the
against the wall.
far left of that building, there's a room, and that would be a wall. I can't actually see into
Correct.
that room, correct?
Yeah, and
The door to that room is behind the bar.
yes, which is just a couple set of tables.
Okay. And so at this point, I think I've used up as much turn as I should, and
Bonus action?
huh?
Bonus action. Just
Yeah,
make sure you don't skip it.
yeah. I think my bonus action is just spent perceiving the room. All right.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So that's my turn.
That brings us back to the top of the order. What would Soraya tell the illusions to do?
Sarai would be telling the
So-
illusion. Oh, go ahead,
Oh, I
Ken.
think we already did that, didn't we?
So maybe the illusions start climbing on top of the roof. But the giant
Yeah.
starts running away from the bandits.
Yeah.
Well, and with all due respect, Viltor was the top of the order, so with a 20.
Yeah, you'll go next.
The illusions are at the
The
bottom.
illusions were the
Oh, I
bottom.
yeah.
was the
Illusions
bottom.
were-
My bad.
Yep, no, that's fine. There's 3 6s. They're at the bottom.
Gotcha.
So you want the illusions to climb.
Fun.
All right. Now, what's
Good way to
the
forestall their.
what is the
Being
weight?
discovered.
What is the weight of a hill giant?
Heavy.
But it's a
an
fake hill
illusion.
giant, so nothing.
Right. Well, that's the thing. Nothing's going to be happening while this hill giant is climbing up.
But are the guards even smart enough to think to know? Maybe there's a perception there, as the illusion just kind of floats to the top, and he's going through the motions of climbing,
Yeah.
although not really. The window doesn't actually break,
He doesn't put a foot through a wall.
He doesn't put a foot through the wall. He's just kind of going through the
Just
motion.
creaking under the weight. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Good.
You see Soraya.
Yeah. Splinter, splinter, crack, crack. Foundation heaving.
Swish, swish, clank, clank.
Yeah.
All right.
Buckle, buckle.
The hill giant is climbing with the bandits in pursuit. I don't know where the kobold and the goblin have gone, but they're there right there with him somewhere.
Yeah, they're all right there.
Okay. Is this the other goblin? Kobold and goblin.
Zoom in, scroll up.
That looks common-like. That looks cobalt-like.
Yeah.
Barely matters. They're small.
Yeah,
small.
I just want to make sure before I start manipulating them what they are. All right, so we're back to the top of the order with Bill Tour.
Well,
Go ahead.
the bad guys, what on their turn?
They already went.
Did anyone come out of the building though?
Oh, not yet, because it was the first turn.
So you're still holding your action.
Yeah.
Are you mewing at the door? Let me in.
Yeah, maybe a scratch or a paw just to like, hey, come on out.
Nobody's come out yet.
I want in.
For the sake of argument, we're going to move. A character comes out the door,
Yeah, there you go.
and you can
Slither.
slip in. So we'll put you inside. Where do you want to go from there with your first,
let's see.
with your top of the order turn?
Hang on a second. I got 40 feet. Awesome.
So I'll say use 5 feet to get in.
Okay. So, I get in. I don't want to be in the path of all these people, right? I see these people, and they're
Right, you see
either
people
looking or
grabbing gear and weapons,
yeah.
whatever they
So,
can see.
I'm gonna go. I'll use my movement to go along the wall towards the
West.
yes.
This way?
Yep, that direction, and then and there's a door there. I assume the door's closed.
Or window.
Or
did-
well, I'm saying
What's
the
the-
one there's a
Door into the next room.
Yeah,
Oh, door to the next
it's a
room.
door, and it's ajar.
And there you go.
and then I'm gonna go in there.
Right. So when you get in there, you see that this is a set of beds. There's a desk with some papers on it. You'd have to get up on the desk to see what the papers are.
Okay.
You can see like papers hanging off the edge.
Okay.
There's a chair. You can jump up the chair.
Okay. Cool. I don't want to initially do that just yet.
It looks like living quarters mostly.
Okay. Any
Maybe the captain's quarters.
any like trunks or large bags tucked
No,
under the
nothing like
beds?
that.
Nothing like that. Okay. All right.
You see various things hanging on the walls.
Right.
The coat hanger.
Sure. Well, my held action was to dart in, and I've moved. I think probably the maximum of my movement. So I'll. You know what? I mean, if it allows, then I'll at least get to the chair. Like I'm getting
Yeah.
ready to get up on the desk.
I'll put you another 10 feet into the chair.
Okay.
With my mind.
You haven't used an action yet,
deck is
right?
here.
Right.
You can use it to jump up onto the table, onto the desk.
Is that part of his initial movement, or is it?
I'd say that would be part of his action to jump.
Right. Yeah, I got it.
So that
Yeah,
would pretty
okay.
much effectively end your turn.
Yeah.
Unless you wanted the bonus action out of your shape or something.
No.
Next up is PR or Soraya? Soraya.
Continue mischief.
Okay. Continue to climb. Now the guard, oh yeah, she's not. She's focusing on them, but they're not moved yet. They'll move at the end. So there's no bonus action or anything. Okay.
Yeah.
So then
Just
next,
keep her simple.
next up, 17 is PR.
All right, I rush into this first tent,
So you
yelling,
go ahead.
"Giant, all hands!"
Yeah, and you already see them grabbing. There's two in there. They're grabbing their stuff. And like, where is it? What is it? And you said giant, and so
It's a giant.
It's on the building.
It's on the Empire State Building.
Where's the planes?
With
And
one of the
so
kobolds
yeah,
in its
they're
hand.
rushing out. They don't even wait for you.
Blood weight goes
They
around.
don't even wait for their turn. They just run out. And so now you've got time in there. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I'm gonna search this place looking for one, Varinka. Two, anything that looks like it could be magical, that could be either like a key to where Varinka is being held, or some sort of extra dimensional space that Varinka is being held in. All the usual suspects.
So, what strikes you from the previous searches you've done in the last 24 hours with the Zentarum is this stuff is poor of the poor. Stuff is falling, ragtag, holes in clothes. As you're going through this stuff, potato rucksacks instead of chests. You get the sense these guys are ragtag, poor. They don't have any means. They're, you might even say they have little importance to the overall mission. And they are not going to have what you're looking for. These are not the droids you're looking for, kind of stuff.
All right.
If you ever want one,
Yeah.
I keep hoodies
All right.
in that closet.
Oh, okay.
Do that and then start my way to the next tent.
Okay.
Call it a day.
And
Or a 6 seconds.
I say, as you're coming out, you see the last of those two guys coming out, and they're running towards the hill giant that they see.
Okay.
Kind
Perfect.
of a little bit with their mouths
Thank you.
agape. Like, what the? Next up is Parducci. Oh wait, sorry, it's the guards. And no. Okay. All right, so they kind of look in befuddlement as this hill giant starts climbing and they're looking at the bandits and like, who are you guys? And they'll start yelling, "Who are you? Stand to!" And they're starting to close towards the bandits. Still giving the hill giant quite a berth.
Ooh. No, I just had an idea of what you could do with the. Oh, but they have to
Thank you.
stay.
Might be next.
They have to stay within 30 feet of the cart on the ground, right?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. As I said, they could just take off down the road and try to get them to chase them, but they can't go that far.
Well, they could dive under the bridge, maybe.
Hmm? Hmm.
And you see 6 people come pouring out of the, looking around, trying to figure out and assess what's going on. That is their turn. So then that leaves us Parducci.
Was Parducci next? I thought.
Oh,
you-
sorry, Vernon.
Yeah.
And then Parducci.
So another 30 feet south, and then turn the corner on the building, probably.
30 feet. 30 feet.
Okay. And oh crap! There's no doors back here. I will dash along the bottom of the building, and
And you'd still see the window. Plum, plum, plum.
yeah, but I'm looking for a door, so I'm gonna keep going.
All right.
Dash another 30 feet.
How far do you get?
Yeah, as far as you can
Another
let
30
them
feet.
go.
Yeah.
You were pretty generous on the first 30 feet, so.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. No bonus action.
I think I have. I'll check, but I probably don't.
All right. You find yourself on the second.
I was assuming there was a door down here. There's a whoa shit. So I'm just gonna keep going around the exterior here. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Parducci, you're up.
She's going to make her way to that door behind that bar. I was kind of hoping maybe those people that are right there that I just passed might have moved forward toward
Yes.
the front of the building. And so you tell me if I need a way to turn or I'd like to go through that door. But I'd like to feel that it's pretty safe that no one's going to notice that I go through that door. Correct? There's a door.
Yeah. You're right. Right. So, right as you're approaching, maybe about halfway, someone comes out and they start running towards the door. So the door is now ajar.
The one right in front of me.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, so I slide through there if you let me. I think that's probably about as far as I can move.
So what you see when you go through the door is makeshift bunks, hay beds. This whole building is more or less just a place to sleep and rest when they're not out and protect them from the elements.
Reasonably confident. There's nothing magical going on here. There's no real hiding place that someone could be hidden in here.
Right. There's no prison.
No door on the floor.
Right?
You
No.
have to do an investigation to look for.
Yeah, I think that's worth it. We're going to do an investigation check of the room. Make sure there isn't some substructure
Secret.
that would be. I am. It's a natural one. Confident there isn't. There's just no chance.
Yep. This room looks like it's pretty well made. And,
I think that's probably my turn.
yep. And then next up would be the illusion. The illusions continue to climb, right?
So a couple things I like is I like the kobold and the goblin kind of going up after it.
Yeah.
And I like the bandits and the bandit captain jumping into the river and hiding underneath the bridge. What do you guys think? Like the,
Yeah, because then some of them will go looking for them.
All right, we're just going to put them over here.
yeah,
There's
so
the-
you know where they're at.
Yep. So then that leaves us back to Vilter.
Great.
Leads us back to
Okay.
So I guess you keep your mental stats as a cat, so you could still read. I guess.
I guess. Yeah. So I'm on the desk. I'll start reading what's there.
Yeah.
Paw through.
So as you start looking at the papers, you're seeing some small papers that are like permits, day passes, sometimes commission to see the captain, the constable. So there's the constable, there's the captain of the Zents, there is the cleric, a pass to see the cleric for medical assistance. Am I going too fast? You type pretty good, but
Yeah.
I just don't want you to miss any of these.
Right.
And then there is, like I said, day pass.
Right.
I said the captain. I said the constable, and then
Cleric.
and then there's a pass for repairs only. So they're not really. Yeah, it says repairs only, not allowed in town.
Ugh.
And it'll even say repairs at, I want to say, full gas, caravan supplies.
What's gas?
Full gas. Sorry, I'm not pronouncing very well either. So
I was
I
kidding.
think you were joking, but I still felt like I didn't say it right.
Oh.
So Fulgath, full gas.
Okay. And that was the rest of it. Full gas. What?
Caravan supplies.
Okay. The pass is for them, or it's
Permits to go see those people.
Okay.
Or do those things. So like a one-day pass to go
Okay.
to town.
got it. Okay. Huh. Okay.
You see that there's 4 or 5 copies of the constable one. There's probably 7 or 8 of full gas one day, only for repairs.
Right side.
permit.
There one there?
There's only 1 or 2 I'll say 2 captains passes. And 3 or 4, I'll say 4 cleric passes.
Okay.
And I'll even say it's the cleric of Cyric.
Okay.
Other things you'll see is an unopened envelope with a stamp over it, like a seal, like one of those wax seals.
Yep.
But it's a very simple seal of the hand. It's a hand like this.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I should have done that. It's like a hand like this. but the hand is black and darkened, like it was burned into it.
Ooh. Well, let's see here.
Good job hiding that in your paw.
Yeah, right.
Where am I going to put it?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. It's not like the cat's wearing a fanny pack. Unfortunately. Might have to...
Go find the invisible tabaxi.
well, that could be. Yeah. Because I don't know that I want to revert back to myself and even in disguise be like, who are you and what are you doing in the captain's room? So I don't want that. Okay. Well, that was a pretty robust action. The reading part. So that we'll call that the action. Now, as far as movement goes, let's see. Well, she was invisible the whole time, so I wouldn't know where she went.
Yeah.
Even when I was outside the door and she was moving across the room.
I think, but you knew I was at the back of the building,
Right.
and it makes sense that you would search the front half of the building
Right.
first.
Right. Yeah, fair point. Now, Noel, is that a door between that room and the next room with the egg-shaped things?
We're going to say that that is indeed.
You can zoom in a lot.
Yeah. Working on it.
Well, yeah, just...
Yeah, we'll say it is.
Okay.
It looks like a door.
Okay. Is it open? Or ajar?
We'll say it's not.
Okay.
Doesn't mean it's locked. And good luck with opening that opposable thumbless.
What kind of
Well,
handle does it have?
Well, and the other thing is, you know, cats are really quite squishy.
Yeah.
I've seen videos of them squishing under doors, and these doors are probably not modern doors. I can't risk getting stuck. That would suck. All right. Okay. All right. I've investigated this room. There's some cool stuff here. Cool if we had some of these things.
What's the white stuff? Beds?
Yeah, we'll just.
Yeah,
No, that's a kitchen. That's my mind. It was a kitchen.
The room he's in.
Yeah. Oh, the room you're in is the captain's quarters, basically.
Right.
So those white things are beds?
Yeah. But the next room that he's trying to go into is the kitchen.
Right.
So ignore all of that.
Right. Okay. All right. I will peek my head out the door I came
It's so
in.
hard not to. I feel so guilty for not having built.
You're doing fine.
Oh, don't worry about it.
I just wish it had been more in my mind what it is on the screen.
I'd like to peek out the door I came in
Uh-huh.
and see if those folks are still behind the bar or not.
I will say they are not.
They're not. Okay. Excellent.
But they're not far away.
Right. Yeah, but they're focused on what's going on, the hullabaloo outside. So my action was to read all that cool stuff. I would like to move. My cat can move 40 feet, actually. And I'll go 40 feet, however far 40 feet is along behind the bar.
These are big doors. And there's like swinging doors. Like,
Huh.
not swinging doors, sliding doors, like barn doors.
Oh, gotcha.
So a cat might be able to
might be able to-
pull it open with some really good strength.
Is that a
Test of strength.
okay? But that's not. That would be like an additional action. We spent time reading documents. As
That's
an
the
action.
yeah. I feel like that's pretty. I hate that it's like it's time consuming. That was the only thing. The reading was time consuming.
Right.
So that's how you lose your action.
Right. Yeah, that's fine. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, but you're all ready to go.
Ready to go with, yeah, okay. So I could potentially either find my way in here or keep going. So I think that's a good turn for me.
That brings us to PR, I believe. And I'm grabbing the wrong mouse.
Actually, that's, well,
Feel your
okay.
pain, man.
Technically
Soraya's
it's
turn.
Soraya, but if we're doing the,
But you're just skipping her, right?
Yeah, so basically, the kobold, the goblin, the giant are on the roof, kind of just wrestling around.
roaring.
and the bandits have kind of hidden underneath the bridge,
Run and hide.
trying just making it harder for them to get discovered as illusions.
Right.
I would think eventually that the giant and the goblins would run to the other side of the building and just kind of disappear, and then people would be like, "Where'd they go?" and kind of look for them. And
Just remember, they can't go that far. They gotta-
no, right? No, they want into the water under the bridge.
Yeah, they stay
On the near
They gotta
side.
stay close to.
Yeah,
her.
30 feet.
That's the problem. Okay.
So that's her action is just keep
Managing
controlling
all that.
Yeah.
And next up is the soldiers.
No. Oh.
Oh no, PR. You're right. PR is next.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Next 10.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's going to be more of the same, but run in and search.
And you would be correct.
All right.
But let me roll for your effort.
Roll
Okay.
for my effort.
Well, if you had something, if I rolled a natural 20, you were going to find something worth,
Noting, no,
something of note, anyways.
whether it was important.
How
or not.
about a 13?
No, yeah, you can roll for those, I guess. And on a natural 20, I'll give you something of note. But otherwise, you're probably figuring out that these are the guys who can't afford to bribe their way into the building to sleep at night.
Yep. It's the perfect place to hide something, though.
Right? Yeah, could be there. All right. So that you go into that one. By this time, you see 3 or 4. What did I just do? Can you control C?
Did that work?
I think so. Yep. And control V. Control V again. There you go. All right. So these guys are now booking their way down. And then you may see, Soraya would see anyways, that these guards down here in this little grassy knoll, they're pulling out bows and starting to try to loose an arrow at the hill giant.
Sure.
I don't know what the hit point AC for a hill giant is, probably 14.
Well, okay. I don't know if you want to say if they hit or not, but it's an illusion. So, if you have to read the spell to get a sense of
I rolled to see the confidence that they hit. Mm-hmm. And one has. And so he's going to roll to see if he believes doubts. And he rolled pretty low, so we're going to let that one lie. He thinks he missed. He was pretty sure he hit it, but nothing happened, so I guess he missed.
And would these guys even know what illusion is?
Well, I mean,
If an arrow goes straight through it, they might know. They
but
don't know
it
it
would make them doubt what they
It's
saw.
a ghost or
Yeah.
if they're commoners, I guess.
I don't know. These apparently are not the same people we fought
come and
before.
Play. You know.
All right, so that was their turn. I'm sorry. There's one more thing I want to do. I want to get the rest of these guys. There's going to be 2 that stick around, but 2 or 3 that stick around, but the rest are going to all come out.
And the ones closest, are they focused on the giant, or did they chase the guys under the bridge?
So thank you for bringing that up. They all chased the bandits.
Okay.
And Saraya's invisible, so
And can she pick and choose, like dismiss some of the illusions?
Yeah, pick up the card. Well, for the bandits, it would be all or nothing.
Okay, but since they're onto the bridge now, that might. Whoop.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, exactly.
so then that brings us to
Me probably.
yes.
So I'm still running along that side of the
Getting my steps in for the day.
freaking big building.
Put them at the other end of the building.
Agreed.
Okay.
You don't want to take any of these windows, right?
I'm looking for a door, but now if I get to that corner and I look, if you're going to give me that much of a stretch,
Yeah, I'm giving you a stretch here, but
so what's on that side of the building? Are there any doors?
no.
None of those are doors.
No.
All of a sudden,
Oh shit! Okay, now the window's looking good. So I will peek my head in the
storm
closest
coming.
window.
All right.
Yeah, we're getting
And you can pull it, reach under it and round it open.
stick my head and look in there.
And you see nothing.
Oh, you're still invisible. Okay.
Yeah.
But
Well, I mean, you saw what I described.
Parducci would see him.
You'd have a chance, but you're going out the door.
Well, I'm still right there, right?
At the door,
I'm at the door. I was scanning the room.
the other room.
This room.
Oh, you're looking into the room.
Yeah, I was investigating this room. That's how we left it, wasn't it?
I thought you already. Yeah, sure.
Wasn't
I
I?
thought you were looking to go out.
Well, that's my next turn.
Yeah.
Okay. So
So I would you would look in your
move and dash, and I look in, but that means I've used my action. So if I'm gonna try to haul myself in, maybe that's
I would give you the action to get in. I want
Okay.
you to get in.
Okay.
I don't want you running around
Hold on.
wasting
Hold
time.
on. You start to move open the window. If you let me, can I speak? Can I? I would say, from invisible, I would address you, Vernon. I'm in here. You might move to the next room and see if there's nothing in here. That
okay.
you might move to the next room.
Oh, come on!
At least you said it before
All right.
I hauled my
At least you're
ass in
set
there.
up. At least you're set
Yep.
up.
Okay.
And I'll make sure you get to that window.
That's all right. No, hey.
Yeah, I'll
It's
get
good.
some stuff.
No,
That's good DMing.
Yeah,
No,
that's the way it
I
works.
would not have been able to see that side of the building, so I was thinking there'd be a door in the back.
So did Parducci.
And there,
So did most of us.
so
All right.
that's all right. Maybe I'll go to the next room, or maybe I'll go check out the outhouse.
What do
or
they
whatever
do
that
if a
is.
hill giant collapses the building? They don't have a rear exit.
This is not
This
a
is
good.
not up to fire code.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're gonna have a safety share about this.
So I guess we're down to Parducci.
So I've mentioned that to him. Usually, the silvery thing at the top left-hand corner of that room. What is that? Can you tell?
This over here.
Yeah. What is that? Doesn't matter if it's not
Yeah,
important.
I thought of those as all shelving and books,
Good.
and book cabinets and stuff like that.
But it all seems very mundane. And so I'm gonna go back into the and so 5 feet to get out of there, right?
Yeah.
To the left are shelves again.
Yes. No, those are doors.
Those are the sliding doors with a cat
Sliding
sitting there going.
Yeah.
Alright.
And there's
I-
a cat trying to.
And I know that's him, right? So I he doesn't see me, might
Right.
smell me, sense me with your cat sense.
Yes.
But I will open the door
Okay.
and peek in.
And for the sake of interest, what do you do? Don't give me your whole turn, but
Right.
do you go in immediately, or do you turn around and lead him back?
Oh,
Try to lead him back.
good point.
The door just somehow opened, just 2 feet wide enough for someone to skin me in.
You know
Star
you
Trek
didn't do it.
Yeah.
You know you didn't do it.
Right, yeah.
And you would definitely smell him, maybe?
Right.
You'd feel the body heat next to you.
I assumed you could smell something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's see here.
It doesn't smell great in here to begin with, but this smells perfumed and well groomed.
And feline. Can't see that. 1 second.
I don't know if you'd be wearing perfume. I'm just.
No, but you're right. I would be well groomed and.
I ain't smell of catnip. That's not mine.
Well, I do have, in cat form, I have keen smell with advantage on wisdom perception checks. So
You know him there.
yeah,
That plus the door just opened.
right,
You already know that was the plan. So.
right. I'll go in.
Okay.
I'll go in.
So you see the cat and just jump right in.
So
So that's
doors open 2 feet where I could turn sideways and sneak through, and I look in there and I see what?
the cat running around.
Okay, I see the cat.
So you see a kitchenette, table with food being prepared. Soup is boiling on the stove.
It seems quite obvious this is not somewhere there would be hiding a person.
Right. It's a utility.
Very,
kitchen.
very obvious.
You see a drum of ale. What looks to be ale.
I think I would move on and go to the front room again, even though you've already been there.
Right.
And I'd probably do what he's already done. Probably next turn, though. Yeah, I'll step into that room.
Yeah. And he's in here. And the door is left ajar, I assume.
Yeah, I'll leave it open that 2 feet.
All right, so that's the end of your turn. That leaves the illusions.
So the illusions on
What
their
are we gonna
turn,
do? Yeah.
the bandits are gonna disappear.
And the hill giant's decidedly on the roof now.
Yeah, and the hill giant's going. I think maybe it's not on the illusions' turn, but on Soraya's turn, she's gonna retrieve her cards.
For the
She's gonna dispel the illusions.
all of them?
Yeah,
Okay.
like as if the hill giant and the goblins kind of ran to the other side of the ceiling, out of the vision of the people on the ground, and then they would disappear out of their range. Right? Follow me?
Yeah.
And then the people on the ground are just going, where did they go? Not great for you.
No, but I'm on the opposite side of the building of where all the attention is. So
Yeah, well, they're probably going to run around the building, wait for it to come down the other
getting
it'll
side.
take them a few turns to get there,
And
like
you're-
it took me.
You're already
right.
Sorry. You're gonna get the bandits out right now. Or are you gonna wait?
The bandits are underneath the bridge, and then they disappear.
Right.
Ken, do you agree with all that?
Yeah, that seems reasonable. And then I'm wondering if maybe we can theory craft here. If Soraya will try to climb the building, and then she can hide up there, and then start casting spells down.
Mm,
You know, make it sound like
that's
the
fun.
things are moving around
Uh-huh.
with some minor illusions and stuff.
Or blow some roof tiles off.
Yep.
Or
All right.
I like it. Keep up the illusion
She
that they're,
does have-
that they're up there
she-
banging around.
Does have hypnotic pattern.
What does that do?
that's a sweet one.
But, so far, Soraya would recognize that these are not the same quality of people that we've been battling before.
Decidedly.
Seemingly, yeah. So she may not want to waste such a, what was that? Third level spell? Yeah, third level spell.
Understood.
So I think crawling up on this on the rooftop seems like a good idea. And then she would probably see PR in the field looking at the huts as he finishes up looking at the huts, right?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
So that we kind of did both those turns, right? The illusions and
Yeah. And Soraya. But Vilter is first.
Right.
In between.
Right. So,
You just went into the kitchen.
right. And I'm not seeing a whole lot, and I guess one could argue that I may have sensed or caught the draft of her moving past and going back out. I don't think that's unreasonable. Okay. Yeah, so where to from here? I guess I'll... What am I gonna do? I would have sensed that she left. I guess I'll circle back to that. I'll circle back to the room, the captain's room.
Okay.
So movement, and then If you'd let me, I would use my action to get back on the desk and like sit on the permits.
Okay.
Meow 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 meow.
Tail twitching.
She understands you
Right.
if you know she's there.
Right.
Okay, so
Get a
that
keen
is
smell.
Vilter's turn. We are now Soraya. We just did Soraya's. It is PR's turn. Continuing.
All right. Next tent.
Can we hand wave this and just he checks Salt Mall?
Yeah, you can roll 5 more times. If you get a natural 20.
5 more times.
You know, one
All
natural.
right. So that's 5 d20s. Conveniently, nothing else to worry about. Wait. Oh, there's one there.
All right.
There's also a 1 though.
The fourth tent I check.
So, as you're working through the fourth tent, you see there's an open rucksack, a backpack, I'm sorry. And in the backpack, you see sticking out is a letter. And in the letter, it says that I really would like to leave Dagger Falls if there was a man brave enough to pay for me and take me away from this evil town.
Oh. A little foreshadowing. Love
Signed XO. And then inside the O is a V.
Boy, what a weird name. XOV.
I would love to get away from this town. What was the
If
rest of
there
it?
was a man brave enough
to pay
to pay for
for
me.
me and take me from this evil town.
Fun.
With a V, that's not something
Evil
Varinka
town.
would say.
We don't know.
She's a
Well,
strong,
it
independent
be
woman. She
Varinka.
doesn't need a
It's
man.
a letter.
She doesn't need a man to dowry her away. She's
Maybe this is a long-standing letter from a young Varinka.
Or maybe she's been brainwashed. Or
Or maybe it's just
a different V.
yeah. I don't know if any of us.
slave in a
It's
brothel.
violent.
Yeah, I don't know if any of us
It
know
could
her
be
well
just
enough
a
to
slave
know
in a
her.
brothel. I mean, you don't know the
Handwriting?
context, who
Yeah.
this person is, who was intended to. You know that they're dirt poor, so they're not going to be the person to buy them. But maybe they're brave enough to do some.
And we should grab this, and this guy obviously has no need of it.
It's just his love of his life. So we'll say you did that in one turn. You were really
Alright.
fast. Put on your boots of speed.
That was the other character.
Together.
So meanwhile, there's a crowd gathering, looking for. That's too far. Looking for this hill giant that's
on the roof. Where is it?
gone around out of sight.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but it's going to take a while for them to get
Yeah,
there.
there'll at least be another turn. And you would hear like, "Hey, over here! Let's go around here." You'd be hearing all
Check the
that.
back.
Yeah, check. I'm going around back.
Crap, I'm around back.
Check the shitter.
Yeah.
And you're not a giant.
Me and the four over here have started investigating it, where the bandits went, without any idea. And you said Soraya went up on top, right?
On the roof, right?
Onto the roof. So that's them. Yeah. I think we're good for now. Them. And that brings us to Vernon.
Okay. Can you
Yeah.
zoom out for me so I can see what?
Scroll up, whatever.
Yeah. So. Well,
You're going this way, right?
yeah. Well, I want to zoom out. I want to see kind of. No, hang on,
Not yet.
because I heard people say let's go around back. So I would please zoom out so I can see what were my options
Sorry.
here.
Not much more.
Oh, going off the map. Okay. So you guys are checking out the inside. I guess that's a
You can
well
assume
and
it's dense forest.
okay, that's a well and an outhouse.
Yeah.
Okay, we're calling it dense forest.
Anything off map is dense
Anything off
forest.
of that is dense forest. Okay.
Rush to dense forest. Right away.
And what I'm saying, check this shitter. All right. So just to add to the chaos here.
Do you see him? I ain't seen.
Yeah. So one of my cantrips is produce flame. I can just make a little ball of fire in my hand and throw it. So I can throw it 30 feet. So I'm just gonna kind of like throw it up over the roof.
On the roof.
So it doesn't say it ignites anything. So it would just maybe sort of be like a fireworks, but
Okay.
just to generally add to the craziness of something's going on
Sure.
on the roof.
So what I see is a slate roof with a flame on it in one spot. Just the one. It's not spreading. It's not moving. It's just
Yeah, and it doesn't say it catches either. So it's just almost like
It's
like a fireworks going
and
off.
it's gone. So
yeah,
it
it's just kind of
pops and then it's
instantaneous.
gone.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's just something to draw
What?
attention to the roof instead of me.
Okay. And that'll happen when they come around the corner. You're going to hold it to do it then.
No, I'm doing it right now. Just to try to.
Okay. So what I'm seeing is that you're going to throw this up there. It's going to pop. Then those guys are going to run around on their turn, and they're not going to see anything. Okay.
So that's my action,
All right.
and then my movement is to go hide behind that tree. Or, hang on, I'm reconsidering it.
It's all right.
You're in
I
costume.
want your vision to come out. So
Yeah, I'm just waffling on what I want to do here.
I'll give you a few minutes to think about that. When you go to the bathroom.
Okay.
There you go.
I mean, check out the outhouse and the well. You could go look
'Cause that's
inside
how
it.
Because that's where they're going to keep Varinka.
Well, you never
Yeah.
catch the outhouse on fire.
That's the thing. You can use it to attack a person, but it doesn't say anything about it lighting stuff
what's
on
the
fire.
spell?
Produce flame.
It's yeah. So you can attack a creature, but it doesn't say anything about it catches stuff on
Alright,
fire.
well.
So
Figure out what you want to
I thought
do.
that- Or do I actually want to use an actual spell here to make something interesting happen?
Just put this way.
I don't want to blow up my gosh.
All right.
All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. Step around the corner. I'm gonna chuck that little ball of flame into that tree.
This one?
The one further up.
That one.
Yep. So again, it doesn't actually catch it on fire, but it's just sort of an explosion of
How far do you have to be from it?
30 feet.
Might be somewhere right about there.
Sure.
A little generous, but. And then you're going to try to hide into this tree?
Do you need to hide?
No.
Okay.
I'm scratching that. Again, I'm just trying to get people's attention.
They will see that.
The tree is,
They,
yeah.
will, they will certainly see a.
And maybe,
Poof.
maybe it fries a few leaves and things, but it doesn't
Okay.
catch it on fire. It just is.
All right. That was your movement and action.
And action. Yep.
Bonus action.
I don't think I have anything I want to do. No, I'm good.
Okay.
Parduce is going to look in this room. He sees the cat on the on the things and gonna assume that he's already looked through that, but I'm gonna look for a lockbox. So, this place probably has some safe collection of funds. They're doing this for a reason. They're probably
Collecting tolls.
Where is their lockbox?
So, if you'll do an investigation, I will.
So that is a 7. I'm gonna use my inspiration.
There you go.
That is a 13.
Well, it was 7 point. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
13.
Yeah. So yeah, you look around. And it takes you a few seconds, but you know, with your expert thieving skills, you can suss out where the usual places they would hide a lockbox. And sure enough, you find a lockbox, and sure enough, it's locked.
Oh yeah, well we're gonna pick that thing. If you'll let me, huh?
Yeah, investigation's a weak action, so I'll let you have that.
All right. Plus 8. Why did I roll with? I don't know why I rolled with advantage. Plus 8. Plus that.
There you
go. So 13, 23.
Right. So you quickly look at it, assess it, expertly pull out your quick tools. Like it's almost like they've just appeared in your hands, and you pull the lock, open the lock. There, you know, it's a box about this big, and it has maybe 150 gold pieces. But they're all like, I'm sorry, 150 gold's worth of silver pieces.
Is that it?
Yeah.
I looked at the cat and kind of like, is it worth her? It's like, oh, you don't see me. All you do is see the lockbox. All of a sudden, gets set on top and it flips open.
Right.
And you know what?
That could be.
I almost feel sorry for these slobs, right? I'm not taking this 150 gold pieces worth of silver.
Okay.
I'll close the lid and I'll put it back where it was, and make my way to the door. However, if I can be just outside, if I can be all the way outside, if I can do all of that and be just outside the door to the left, outside door to the left. Oh, that's a window, so that'd be too far.
I'll put you here.
Yeah, that's fine. So you, Cat, would see the door just kind of push open and
Pace around the desktop
Yeah, as you're leaving, you hear.
and vigorous motion around.
okay.
the
Well, then I
desktop.
stop and I don't go there, and I stop and I look back at the cat.
Okay.
Okay, but I think that's my turn.
Yeah. I know that.
I think I was out of the room when they told you what those papers were.
It's like good stuff.
So
Like,
permits.
and passes for the to the captain, constable of the Zentarum,
Actually, the constable of town. I should
or
have.
constable of town, cleric passes to see the cleric, passes for repairs to go to the caravan.
When we say passes, this is note that
Like
somebody
Day
Permits.
passes like
Yeah.
so that
Permission
we
slips.
permission slips.
yeah
Okay.
right
Papers. The papers.
yeah. Show your paper. So that's why I'm like, oh, this could be good stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
Preview tickets for the next Star Wars movie. You know.
I thought it was just a journal log.
No, they're passes to me. They're very,
right.
they could be valuable.
So you'll take them.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'll take all those. I still think this is nothing.
There was a letter too.
oh,
The stamped letter.
oh yes, the hand right.
But Parducci's now feeling like it's time to get out of here.
Sure.
But that's not. It's her turn's done.
Yeah.
Right.
However, I could see that window, right? I'd be able to look through that window and see that people are starting to go around the sides of the building.
Yeah. Yep. And they will go. I should have actually. No, that's right. We're back to the top of the order. Now that the ghosts are gone.
Illusions. but yeah.
Illusion, sorry. So, top of the order, Vilter.
All right. Well, I guess it depends. So you allowed that interaction to happen versus waiting for my turn to go, hey, wait. Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you.
No, that's just interaction.
Yeah. Okay, so she took the stuff that I felt was important, and I saw her do the lockbox thing, so I'm going to, oh, you're still hanging by the door. Is that right? Well, I can't see you. Doesn't matter.
The door's ajar.
What's that?
The door is ajar. But
Door is
it's
ajar,
not
yeah.
fully open.
I've seen this room. I've seen the next room. I'm going to trust that she came from the south, so I'm not going to worry about going south. So I'm going to make my way. I want to leave that room, and I'm going to make my way. What are those yellow things? Are those smaller tables?
Yeah, these things are
No,
bar
the-
stools, back to tables.
No, the ones nearest the door. Those yellow.
Oh, there's a bushes, I think.
Little plants, indoor
Little
plants.
Oh, indoor plants. Okay, so I'm gonna hang by one of them with like between the plant and the wall, if you'll let me. I don't know how big that space is, but it's probably cat size, right?
Yeah,
So I'm gonna hang right there, and then
well concealed.
well concealed, and again, I guess I'll have to wait for that door to open. And so I'll hold the action of when the door opens. If somebody comes back in, then I'm gonna
Move
dart
through
out.
it.
I'll dart out.
I'll put you 5 feet outside.
Yeah.
Right. Then next up is Soraya. She's on top of the roof.
She'll cross the again. I'm thinking she'll cross the other side to the west side of the roof.
That is up a hill, up the slope.
Yeah.
So she's gonna become more
get to the
prominent.
far side maybe, and then
Is she gonna move this way?
just have to worry
she'll
about
just
dropping her invisibility.
she'll be just far enough away where she can peek over the edge, but they can't really see her. So just the head would be able.
Okay. I feel like that would be
Yeah.
pretty close. The farther away they can see her though. These guys won't see her.
No,
These guys-
she's invisible.
Oh, that's right. Nobody's gonna see her.
No one's seen her.
All right. That's Soraya. She's out of the way, not doing anything otherwise. And then that leaves Piotr, who's now just emerged from the final tent, and he is ready to come back into.
Now we didn't say it, but certainly we would rendezvous on the other side of the encounter. The
Yeah,
checkpoint.
Oh yeah.
yeah. So I'll go and hide in these trees. No, I'll go hide back of this tree. I'll dash over there, and then I'll be peeking and waiting for what looks like a good time to charge and run without anyone seeing me.
Okay. Next up would be the rest of the troops.
So at this point, can we just say we escape the house and we head to the west, or is there some other encounter you want us to?
Yeah, I think we can.
Yeah, but
Frank is not
you're
chained up in the
DM.
outhouse?
No, I know. I'm thinking about. I don't have it. You've already accomplished what I.
Because on my turn, I'm gonna go to that door, open it up, and the cat's gonna run out.
Absolutely.
Right, and the cat's gonna run to the west, and I'm gonna follow to the west, and you're gonna do your thing.
Split the party.
The party's coming back to a rendezvous.
Right.
Yeah.
Well.
You're going to see a cat running down the road. So
Oh, that's true.
That'll
Yeah,
be
you're
your
outside.
cue, right? What do you do?
Yeah, I
Do you
know.
want to keep staying here, or do you want to go?
Unless there's something really important going on in the outhouse, I could just join back up with them. It's not,
You're not going to find anything but poor toilet paper.
yeah. Okay.
So yeah, I think that's good to wave over.
Unless there
I don't
was
see
some-
any reason why anybody would have detected. Well, there's one thing I think they could have detected. So we'll see.
And I'm not looking to pick a fight with these people. I'd rather just
Right.
Right. Yeah, I will say that when you open the door to come out, like you push it open slightly, you get the attention of somebody, but they just think they saw.
Well, to see the cat run out.
Right, and then you see the cat. when the door opens, and they just figure the cat pushed it open, and that's it. And where the hell did the cat come from?
Since when did we have a cat?
But then there's, you know,
cats
it's a
around
farm. There's
Yeah.
bound to be farm cats, so they wrote it off. So yeah, we can wave over that. The rest of that, I think that's fair.
And then there's woods off to the left. We travel down a little whiles just so the village is somewhat out of sight, and pull the hood off and look for the companions.
Do you stay as a cat or change back?
Let's see. Let's think about that for a second. Let me go over here. And here.
So you're about a mile and a half from the town proper. So as you were walking down the path, you would have heard the falls off in the woods. So you know you're close to the falls.
I might-
Loud the rushing.
Suggest we stay off the road in case there's other travelers or guards coming down.
And
Well, I can hold this form for 5 hours, and that didn't take 5 hours.
It
So
might have taken 15, 20 minutes.
yeah, right. But I'm just saying, I'm content to stay in cat form because we might need him again.
Yeah.
So
all right. So you'll walk down. The
So
road.
as we get back together,
Yeah.
yeah, Pierre, you there?
Yep.
All right, so we're all back together. Agreed. Out of the checkpoint's out of sight. We moved on. We're off the road. Just we can see the road, but we're kind of off the road. Kind of following maybe a deer path along it. Fair enough. And I would share. Our friend Cat here, as a cat would, has found something very interesting, and I would show him these passes.
Yeah. So you all know what those are. They're available to you to use. When you compare them to the other Zentarum ones, you'll notice the difference is there's no black hand stamp on the ones you just acquired. The Zentarum ones have a black hand stamp on them.
Okay, but one of the ones you found did, right?
right.
There was a
They're
letter.
still closed.
There's a
right?
letter with
Okay.
a wax seal that has a
okay.
black hand stamp on it.
We didn't open it?
Shall we take a peek at what this is?
I think we should.
We'll open the letter.
Yeah, so in that letter, it is it says for the constable only on the cover as you read it. But what do you care? So you open it up, and in the letter, it instructs, almost in a condescending, arrogant tone. The letter instructs the constable to not let anyone into the town. That it is off limits to anybody but the Zentarum until further notice. That the Knights of the North have been seen and spotted north of town several miles away, and they're being dealt with by mercenaries, but we want to keep any Knights of the North out of Dagger Falls until further notice.
So, Parduccio goes to Soraya because she's more of this. Soraya, are you familiar with these Knights of the North?
Well, Soraya would know of them.
What realm are they from?
So they're from
north.
this region. They're from this region.
Good guys, though.
You seem to think that they're enemies of the Zentarum.
Yeah.
That's about all you can.
Soraya would. That's all Soraya would know about them.
Yeah, and they were persecuted and cast out of their city
And we're
and
confident
castle.
the Zentarum are the ones that kidnapped Varinka too, right?
Yes.
Okay. So the enemy of my enemy.
Right.
Potentially, if we encounter them.
And you would also know that it's popularly known that the Harpers are not friends of the Zentarum.
Right.
Cormanther has had a long war with the Zentarum over 100 years ago, so there's still ill will. Cormanther is mostly elves, so that's another thing. You won't see a lot of elves. Don't expect to see a lot of elves, and if you do, it's unusual.
All right. So I suggest we sneak up on this Dagger Falls. And how would you like to approach it? We can sneak in, or we can put on disguise and try to blend in. I don't blend in so well.
But we have a lot of papers now of. Although, well, but you said most of these things don't have
The Black Hand.
the black can.
You don't know
Okay.
what that means, but you do realize that the Zentarm soldiers had passes with
The ones we
the
had
Black
before.
Hands.
Okay.
But
And
these
that we
new
still
ones,
have, because it's not like
Yeah.
we used them with.
These
So
new
we
ones
could-
aren't
we
coming
could-
from the Zentarm.
Or you
They're
could be
coming from a
invisible,
different
or we
group.
could pull the. We got the Chewbacca prisoner.
I would rather be invisible, I
Yeah.
think.
Okay.
Still get help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
PR, do you have an opinion how we should proceed?
Doll bears.
So we've got.
I mean, going right in worked really well last time. Why mess with success?
You have papers.
I might note
So-
to you that there was somebody who said something that there are a lot of soldiers in Dagger Falls. It is not a small
Yeah.
amount of.
So that
So-
just means they won't know them all.
Right. So I'm just saying. Okay. So
true.
I can appear human.
But gun,
We
so I pull
everyone.
out my guns isn't going to be the best.
No,
answer.
but I'm saying we can all
So I
pass
started
for
blasting.
a human or a typical race around here, other than you, and you can be invisible.
Humans are by far the most common race.
So yeah. So we've got our credentials, and we can be human, and we'll be all right
Yeah, I guess you would.
to go in that way.
I guess Soraya would also know that there is a substantial dwarf population here.
Okay. Is anybody in our party really good at forgeries of documents?
But of course.
No, absolutely.
So I'm just wondering if we could come up with one of these documents that says that we're supposed to move the prisoner Varinka or question the prisoner Varinka or something like that,
Good thinking.
so that we could go to somebody and state not just we're allowed to be here, but hey, we're supposed to be interrogating Varinka.
I love that.
Where
Go
is
for
she?
the gold. Go for the gold.
When we were told she was here.
Questioning her seems more likely to
Yeah.
let us in.
Yes.
Saying we're going to move her, that can
Yeah.
raise some
Yeah.
Yeah,
flags.
that's
Yeah.
no race flags,
Okay.
right? Yeah.
I like it. I love it.
Yeah.
I
don't know if that's
So-
a good thing or bad thing. for you.
one of my claws become. I dip it in a vial of ink and I modify one of those parchments to say that
I guess that's a performance check.
performance check.
And I'll say do one for each, and tell me which one is who's going to carry which one.
One of each. What's?
Pass. You're you're forging a pass,
Well,
right?
well, we have our passes, but then we need a letter that
You're
says
saying
You're
one
forging
document
the
saying
letter, okay.
this
The letter.
collective
Sorry, I
group.
misunderstood.
we're supposed to be.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've been given the runner. Everyone
Does-
tell us she's here, she's there. Where the hell is she?
Does Soraya have any inspiration left?
I mean, we could take a short rest.
Oh,
but
so
no.
so the answer is no. All right. I have luck. I can use it if I don't like this. So that is a sleight of hand. Would you say performance?
Yeah.
Is that what you
Yes.
said?
I'm sorry. Yes. I'm thinking of what your DC needs to be.
It's a 17, right? Which is decent.
Yeah.
That's it. No,
Yeah.
no. I thought you were going to add
No,
a
I was
plus
just look-
12 modifier.
No. It was an 8 on the die plus the 9 is a 17. Am I on the right character sheet? I'm not.
So, I'd say with a 17.
Hold up.
Yeah. Well,
It's
now it's a
On
9
character sheet.
because my performance is only +1. Soraya's performance.
Oh yeah.
So
Is performance the right one?
I'm for a
What?
forgery.
I'm
Yeah.
just thinking slightly.
I'm thinking sleight of hand.
Okay.
'Cause you're-
whichever
you're-
which,
Yeah.
sleight of hand is not.
Yeah.
Well, again, it's not like they have a stat for forgery.
I'm just trying to think of.
I mean, does someone have like a
Forgery kit. Yeah. but that's not.
Oh, is that the kit that we're
they're
trying to think of?
Forgery kit, yes, but
Do you have one?
sure. Yeah.
I'll give you advantage.
Are
Yeah.
you proficient with it?
So, it's no. I do not have proficiency with it.
How about dexterity?
Either way, I'm going to
It's-
be off the charts.
It's you're trying to make
I
a
like
letter that's
performance.
in the
All right,
same style.
so,
that's
but I'll
I'm,
give you-
unbelievable.
I'm going to do my
advantage.
luck.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my luck to try it again. That's an 18. That's a 19 total.
Okay.
I like this one, but
Yeah.
the first copy was just a practice. Let's try this one. It's much
So, you write your letter, and I want you to write it. Like, I want you to tell me what's in it.
Well, what'd you say?
So that this group, from
From who? It's
some
gonna matter. All
some
of this is
muckety
gonna
muck
matter.
that was on one of these other things
Right,
with the hand.
Someone that you've heard
Yeah.
in conversation thus far in this campaign.
How about the
Sanjeet.
first
Or whatever. that-
Ranjit.
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 Ranjit